Personal account of a subject of primary financial monitoring is an information resource on the RosFinMonitoring website that provides electronic interaction of its users with RosFinMonitoring in order to guarantee proper compliance with mandatory AML-CFT requirements. Personal account is a universal communication mechanism. Using a personal account, you can get up-to-date information about MLTF risks, current typologies, and special indicators that allow you to effectively identify suspicious transactions and inform RosFinMonitoring about them. Organizations and individual entrepreneurs quickly receive the results of national and sectoral risk assessments, methodological recommendations, and information letters via their personal account. Users can send reports about operations subject to mandatory control and suspicious activity through encrypted communication channels using Personal Account. Personal Account provides users with online access to up-to-date lists of individuals and entities designated for terrorist financing, financing of proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, and lists of interagency AML, CFT, CPF commission. Users have access to a list of links to open sources of information databases of other agencies and can use the data to identify and assess the risk of their clients, and also have access to information about their own risks and a comprehensive assessment in real time. In addition, Personal Account allows taking e-learning courses and performing self-testing. Personal Account allows RosFinMonitoring to better understand the specifics of the activity of the subjects of primary financial monitoring and to generate a personal profile for each reporting subject. This personal file contains information about whether the subject of supervisory activities complies with the legal requirements. All information is regularly analyzed and assessed. Personal Account is not only a remote monitoring tool, but also an element of risk compliance management. Based on the data obtained, each organization is assigned one of 4 color-coded risk ratings. Red color of the risk criterion suggests taking immediate measures to eliminate deficiencies regarding the organization and implementation of internal control. Orange and yellow indicate that there are minor deficiencies that require the user's attention. Green color indicates an acceptable level of compliance risk. Once a week, the system automatically recalculates the integral risk assessment score. The task of the subject of primary financial monitoring is to independently exit the red risk zone and move to the green zone. To do this, it is enough to take measures to eliminate deficiencies and to submit required information to RosFinMonitoring. If deficiencies are identified in the organization's internal control system, RosFinMonitoring will inform about the need to eliminate violations. Thus, the user will be able to independently correct these shortcomings, reducing the level of MLTF risk. Questionnaire surveys conducted via Personal Account allow RosFinMonitoring to obtain additional information about the subject of primary financial monitoring and the sector in which it operates. Such interaction is appreciated by RosFinMonitoring as it indicates the desire of the subject to interact on issues of compliance with mandatory requirements. If risk factors are detected in the course of customer due diligence procedures using database of other agencies, it is necessary to request additional information from the client, including the source of origin of funds, and conduct a more in-depth analysis of its activities. If a suspicious transaction or deal is detected, it is necessary to send a formalized electronic message through Personal Account no later than 3 working days after the transaction or deal has been identified. Sending suspicious transaction reports is one of the most effective ways for the subject of primary financial monitoring to reduce risk, and reports themselves are the information basis for the work of RosFinMonitoring. RosFinMonitoring informs the subjects of primary financial monitoring about current risks and typologies. This allows them to identify suspicious transactions faster and more effectively. At the same time, organizations can report to RosFinMonitoring about new schemes of money laundering or terrorist financing that they themselves have identified. The technology underpinning the Personal Account function is certified by the Federal Service for Technical and Export Control and features built-in data security safeguards designed to protect it against unauthorized access. We are working on making Personal Account more convenient and informative to you. We look forward to effective and fruitful interaction and cooperation that will permit to keep the number of on-site inspections at a low level, reducing the regular burden on business and contributing to increase in the level of law abiding.